Hi guys, it's Taylor. I thought I would try something different out today, doing a video blog, and I really wanted to just sort of be real, and so I just got out of the shower, no makeup, my face is gross, my hair's not done, but this is me, and um, this is just who I am, and I want to talk a little bit about my day yesterday. Yesterday I saw a surgeon, a hand surgeon for a second opinion on my hand and kind of where we're at um, in the process. For those of you that don't know, a couple months ago, my primary surgeon, who's wonderful and such an answer to prayer, basically told me that he didn't think that there's anything else that we can do. Surgery-wise, there's just no options. We're just kind of where we're at, and they took me off of therapy just because there wasn't really any progress being made, and it was just so slow and so small. So that's been really difficult. I love my occupational therapist so much, and she's just the biggest answer to prayer that I could ever have. And we became really close, and she was just such a strong woman of God, and she was there for me constantly and praying for me in my life and in recovery, and not just because of my hand. She was just such a blessing to me and my family as well. And so yesterday I saw another surgeon. He's really great. He went to Duke Medical School and came highly recommended, and we saw him, and he took some x-rays to have some current x-rays, and took me through them, evaluated my hand, just kind of looked at it, did some sensory tests and some things like that to see where I'm at. And I could just start to see that he was getting just a little more quiet and not so talkative. And I didn't really expect to hear any different news. I hoped I would, but I didn't really expect it. Just after everything that we've been through, and he showed us the x-rays, and then he just looked at me and said, I'm sorry, I don't have any good news for you, sweetheart. And I could tell he was, he did feel really bad. So he basically, started out telling me that there's nothing that anybody can do for me, and surgery-wise, there's nothing. And he walked me through each x-ray. A lot of things I knew and a lot of things I didn't know. When this first happened, everything was very chaotic. I've gotten to see the x-rays from that day. They don't make any sense. You can see all the bones just pushed out. Things were cut in half. Things were just missing. All in all, it just looked like a big pit of gravel inside my hand. That's the best way I can describe it. And it was chaos, and so a lot of things weren't explained to me very well, and that's okay, because there were higher priorities that day, and so this was good. He went through and showed me how things have healed. A lot of things have just had to be fused back together. They were just cut in half. It's just really crazy to see what that looks like from an x-ray. You can actually see where things were just blown to pieces, and they fixed them, and everything's kind of sideways in my hand. All the bones were just pushed in a whole different direction. There's pieces of my thumb that aren't there anymore. Basically every finger, there's pieces that just aren't there. A lot of fingers are shorter than they were before, because of just how they had to fix them. he said the scar tissue is really bad. I'm fighting a lot of scar tissue and nerve damage. And, some of that's going to get better and some of it's going to get worse, and it's going to feel tight and it's going to be hard. He was really encouraging and, sharing with me that I've lost something, and it's a lot like losing, a family member or somebody close to you. You really do lose something, and you have to adapt and learn to live without it. And sometimes it's hard to see my hand. As you can see, it looks fairly normal, except for scars, all down here, and some things are bent, and it's sometimes hard to see how normal it looks, and then realize that it's not normal, and I can't really do things the way I could before. And so one cool thing that he told me was that where the bullet came in, it should have cut right through my radial and ulnar nerves, which are the two main nerves in your hand. It should have just blown them away, just completely destroyed them, and it barely missed them both. And praise God. And if that would have happened, I really wouldn't be able to feel my hand at all. I wouldn't know hot from cold. I wouldn't be able to feel things touching it. But instead of that, only some smaller nerve lines were severed, so I don't have any feeling on my pinky. And where that scar healed, it healed right on top of some nerve endings, so touching it is really painful. That's why a lot of times you'll see me wearing some sort of sleeve on it, because it's really, really extremely painful for it to touch things. But I never knew that before, and I knew that there were a lot of miracles, and it was really evident and easy to see most of them. But this one I didn't know about, and so it was really hard to leave that appointment, knowing that I'd waited a while to get a second opinion, sort of hoping that there would be something else that they could do, and to hear that there wasn't, and basically it's sort of beyond any help, any earthly help from a doctor. But I got to hear about miracles like that, and he told me, the surgeon did everything that he could, and he did all the right things, and gave me back a lot of use that I never should have gotten back, and he really did. God used him to perform miracles on my hand, and he said that he's really never seen anything like this before, and he doesn't really get how something like that could happen, and I still have this much of my hand left, and that is awesome, and that is a testament to what God did that day, and what He's still doing. I love that, God sort of concealed some of these miracles, and that I didn't know about, and waited for me to find out about them until yesterday. I think He knew that I would need that. I would need some positives to look at through this. And so that's really what we're trying to focus on now. And that's what I want you all to focus on, as I share my story, all the amazing things that God did, and rejoice with me in those, and not be sad about the things that aren't going so well, not be sad about all the things I won't be able to do, but just be joyful and thankful in the things that I do have. And I can't do a lot of things, but I still have a hand, and I can still do a lot of things, and so we're just gonna take it one day at a time, and I'm gonna just thank God for getting me to this point, and so I think that is the most important thing to think about right now, is just where we're at, how far I've come. I'm focusing on each one of those miracles that has worked together. I think in the beginning we focused so much on, the miracles that we could see already. Me being able to hide under a desk to run, to get away, him not being able to shoot the first couple of times because he couldn't get the safety off the gun. Things like that were really evident. And those were awesome miracles. And, God saved my life multiple times. But there are also all these miracles inside my hand that he performed that day as well. And I think it's cool that almost 8 months later, God's still revealing those things to me and giving me a little hope each day to hold on to. And I'm just really incredibly thankful for that. And I'm thankful for all of your prayers and support. There's just no way that someone can get through something like this without support. And I just have the best support and community on Facebook. I feel like you guys have just walked with me through a lot and been there for me and prayed for me. And I can feel those prayers every day. And yesterday, when I was really upset and really down, I really could feel, God using you guys to pray and to lift my spirits and to remind me that I am loved and that even though I'm losing so much, I've gained so much through this. And I am who I am now because of it. And so I hope that this can encourage you all in the things that you're walking through today. Maybe some hard things and hard trials. God is working behind the scenes. When we can't see him, we don't know what he's up to. He has this awesome master plan, and when he does reveal it to you, it's very, very sweet. And I don't know what he's doing in the grand scheme of this journey. But little things like this remind me that he's working all the time, and he does have good, sweet things planned for us to do. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully I'll do this a little more often and talk about good things. And anyway, I hope you guys have a great Thursday, and I hope that God brings you lots of blessings and lots of sweet God kisses today. Bye, guys.